How you doing?
All right. Welcome to 414. I'm Daryl.
I am the real AR, also known as Armando. We're just gonna do quick recaps of yesterday's games.
Really only two to talk about.
Yeah. So this is my frustration face. You probably can't tell. This is my frustration face. So Clippers. Every time you expect something from the Clippers,
they do Clipper things.
Right. So right now, you see, I got my hair down right. Cause I'm looking like Kawhi before he got the braids. That's how he balling right now. So Kawhi, come on, man.
I don't even know where you sitting at.
Come on, like y'all shut down Jokic. He only scored 13, but you let Murray go off at 43 points.
I didn't see that coming.
Nobody did. Every time you expect something from the Clippers,
they do Clipper things.
They just show you. Man.
Overall, it's been a good series, but that game yesterday, especially off of the tip in from a couple days ago.
And this is for the win. Oh, it's close. They're going to call it. Did Gordon?
I really thought that the Clippers had the Nuggets figured out. I still want the Nuggets to win, but I thought the Clippers had them figured out. I thought that was going to be a much closer game. I thought it was going to be in favor of the Clippers. But, hey, we going to Game 6. Are we back in Denver?
Yeah. Good Tyrone.
Oh, Tyrone.
I'm just going to leave it as there. Come on. Your name is Tyrone.
Oh, Tyrone.
Tyrone. You're making all Tyrones look bad right now.
Tyrone and you in L.A.
Come on now.
You should be doing pull-ups on a street sign somewhere.
We didn't expect for none of that to happen.
Right.
Man, just disrespectful. That's what it is. Just disrespectful. Gosh. So the Orlando series, you kind of expected that to happen. They put up a good fight, but the big brother shows you little brother, you ain't ready for this right now.
Hey, if you like the content that we do, subscribe, and follow the channel. But also, we're going to start doing some additional content. We don't know when we're going to drop it exactly, but in between the actual shows, we'll have some reels, snippets of interviews, or just things that are happening around the sports world that just aren't related to what we do throughout the week. I hope they take this as a learning lesson and they continue to improve for the next season.
Yes.
Because you got some Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, y'all got a good core. So hopefully, you take this and you learn from it.
I'm going to be distracted. Should be sorry.
You sleeping?
Oh, I was being a gentleman as I sweep.
Oh.
So, I was just getting that gentleman sweep out the way.
Oh, you talking about the Bucks?
Oh, yes, the Bucks. I was just getting that gentleman. I was being a gentleman as I sweep.
Oh. Giannis, it was nice knowing you, Giannis. It was nice knowing you. It was nice knowing Thanasis, Kostas. It was great meeting y'all, having y'all here for the last couple years. Good luck to your future endeavors, Giannis. Good luck to you.
I'm just getting ready for the cookout.
Oh, okay.
I'm just getting ready for the Bucks. Giannis to the cookout. Orlando. Just getting ready for y'all to come to the cookout.
The Heat are already there.
Oh yeah, so don't mind me, guys. I'm just getting ready for the cookout.
Memphis.
Come on. We already got you there, Jai. So no weapons allowed, though. No weapons allowed. We also inviting the Bucks. Now we got Orlando there. We already got Miami there. But we don't want any of y'all food. We just want to try to bring that heat to Milwaukee because it'd be cold over here. So
right.
We just keep the hurricanes though. So we expected that to happen already, but again, I have to emphasize this. We just talk about the play-in. I'm getting off topic right quick. We just talk about the play-in. I feel like if there's a 7 in the AFC that's over a certain amount of games, like over 500, a certain amount of games, I feel like if they're playing a play-in team that's not within a game or two of that record, or maybe even 3 of that record, I feel like there's no reason to even have a play-in game.
Agreed.
I feel like that 7 in AFC should make it, because now you get games like Cleveland against the Heat. You get games like the Grizzlies in Oklahoma, and it's just like I didn't put this on TV.
Yeah, it doesn't make for entertaining like basketball.
Yeah,
especially when you know what the outcome is going to be.
Yeah, and I didn't put this on TV, but I still apologize to the viewers that had to even watch those series. Like, it was just the ways they could have put us on just for 30 minutes. Like,
We told you the outcome weeks ago.
Exactly. So I just apologize to my fans. That's it. To the NBA fans, to sports fans in general.
Right.
Like, even having to watch that.
Yeah, the play-in, I like the concept of it, but it only works really in the West,
Yeah.
where you have teams that are above 500, still vying for playoff spots.
Yeah.
You had over in the East, you had Chicago under 500. You had was Atlanta under 500? I think they were.
Yes.
It just doesn't make for good basketball. It doesn't make for quality basketball.
Yes. Yes. So I know the only thing that kept y'all up watching those games was Red Bull. He gave you wings. I had to. It was a setup.
And again, at Red Bull, call us.
Yeah, so I hate to do this to you, Daryl. Hate to do this to you. If you like what you hear, looking for more content, don't forget to like and subscribe. What are you waiting for? Like and subscribe. Hit that button. Bucks. 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 Sorry, man.
They're about to blow that team up, I think.
Sorry, man. If your wife was here right now, I'd tell her, you just give you a hug right now. I know she was probably holding you yesterday. I know, I'm sorry. You probably had to replace some TVs or something.
Because what I don't under...
It's okay, take it.
They had a game plan just last week. Y'all had to figure it out, what, Friday?
They made the adjustments that I suggested, right? And then midway through, I want to say game 4, you went away for those adjustments, and then you went back to the adjustments, and it was working. Like, you, at some point, you had the game within 7 or 8 points,
Yeah.
and then you went right back to being who you are. And then yesterday, you made the adjustments until it came down to the clutch time. So you give up a uncontested layup, you give up a dunk at the end to put the game into overtime, and then right after the uncontested layup, you foul someone and give up 2 points. Right? You should have easily won that game. You're up. You're winning. You do not even you don't even have to shoot the ball. Like, I'm sorry, Doc. I love Giannis, right? But with 13 seconds to go, 11 seconds to go, just take him out the game.
Yeah.
Put in free throw shooters. Like, I mean, that's elementary right there. Like, if your star player cannot shoot free throws, you put in somebody that can shoot free throws. And then, so Trent, you had a great game.
Great game.
But those turnovers at the end, especially going to the one in overtime.
To Green, Trent with it, and he loses it.
All you gotta do is catch the ball, game is over.
But this has been the Milwaukee Bucks all season. Very inconsistent, very up and down. You get a stellar performance from Giannis that means absolutely nothing.
Trent, maybe we need to get you some Sticko. I mean, it worked. And on any given Sunday, just get that Sticko. The replacement. Have you ever seen the replacements?
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't catch the ball. He just put that. Understand Trent should never even been in that position.
Yeah.
Like, they should have had a better play at the end for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then just even looking at the play that they got for the last shot at the end, like, you can tell that they wasn't even prepared for that.
Agreed.
Like I said, bad teams just find ways to lose games.
Yeah.
Like, and you can tell how Indiana was playing. Indiana at some point was content where just like, you know what, they won this game. Let's just worry about game 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just handed them a gift. The Bucks just kept handing them gifts.
Yeah.
You got one job to do. Just one job to do. See, now if I expected something from them,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be disappointed. But this face right here, this face right here, it shows like what happened is what I expect to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. The Bucks are like that friend that you have that you always invite somewhere, and you know they're not gonna show up.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all excited, like yeah, we're gonna be there, man. We're gonna do this. We're gonna have some shots, and then they don't show up.
Or they like that girl that you let in your life,
Mm-hmm.
right? And not many times you know her flaws, but she say sorry, and then she start dressing nice, and then she start looking better,
Mm-hmm.
getting a little thicker, right? And you just sit up there and say, you know what, baby, I think I forgive you, right? I know things gonna be different this time. And then you let her back in your life, you let your guards down, and she disappoints you all over. you know what's gonna happen.
That's the Bucks.
You know what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
You just waiting for a win.
Exactly.
And then it happens, and then you act like you're hurt. But you already knew.
Right.
They are who we thought they were.
But that's also why, to keep with that analogy, that's also why you always have something else on deck. We knew the Bucks weren't going to win. We already know what's happening in the East. I personally think it's going to be Boston. Boston gets out the East,
Yes.
and there's no question. Cleveland's good, but Boston is making its way out the East.
So if I can compare Cleveland and we can compare the Boston Celtics. So the Celtics, even though they beat the Magic, how they beat them, gentlemen sweep.
Yeah.
They was battle tested in that series, and you were able to see a complete team. Cleveland, they pretty much had practice for 4 games. We just watched them scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know who Cleveland are. They haven't played meaningful basketball for a while.
They haven't had a challenge for a while.
But we also know the thing with Cleveland is they have a losing record against the top teams in the NBA. They beat up on a lot of the bottom feeders of the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever they have to face the playoff teams, the top teams, they struggle.
Yeah.
So anything coming from that, we can. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a tougher matchup than they think.
Mm-hmm.
And then even against Indiana, they were 1-3 against Indiana this season. So that's not just a give me game right there. Boston, to me, just seemed like they have the easier path now
Agreed.
than Cleveland does.
Yeah.
So I'd still choose Boston in the East.
Just be sure to like and subscribe to the video. Check out any content that we provide and listen to AR's music. Monster, C4, Celsius, Prime. Somebody would come out and just help us out. We trying right now.
All right, so we're going to get right into our predictions. We told you about the recaps. So I'll start off. again, we just expanded a little bit on that Boston series. So the Boston series, right now, even if they play Detroit, like I said, we feel like the Boston got the easier path to the finals. If we're looking at the opponents that they could potentially face, New York, they were 4-0 against in the season.
Okay.
The games weren't even close. And that Boston against Detroit series, they were 3-1 against the Pistons, with a margin of 40 points. So it's like, if we're looking at those series, they're just different. So if we're looking at Cleveland against Boston, Cleveland was 2-2 against Boston, and if we're looking at Boston against Cleveland, that series, like I said, that was 2-2. So it's like I could give Boston the upper hand in that series if it gets to that point.
Yeah.
Tonight's game, Minnesota, small sample size for Minnesota, so I can't really talk about how much Anthony Edwards really performed or Minnesota performed in Game 5, because this is just his second or third Game 5.
Yeah.
So in Game 5s, Anthony Edwards give you roughly around 23, 24 points a game, which won't get it done because in the series he's averaging close to 30 points a game.
Yeah.
So that'll be taking a step back if he just say we'll say give him his Game 5 averages. In Game 5s, LeBron has a 22-17 record, which he's averaging 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists a game. Luka, small sample size again, he's 5-4 in those, and he's averaging 31 points, 10 rebounds, and giving you 9 assists. For organization, the Timberwolves are 3-7 in Game 5s, just to give you a little perspective of what we're looking at for tonight.
Okay. So my question, just like based off the eye test, where do you see this series going? I personally think the Lakers are gonna sneak out another one.
Yeah, so to me it's just all about the attitude that the Timberwolves start off with. So I think the first quarter, really the first 5 minutes is going to tell me everything that I need to know about how this game is going to go.
Yeah.
If the Lakers get down big early, I can see them conceding and I give it to the Timberwolves. But if I see it's highly competitive, LeBron is getting what he wants, Luka's getting what he wants, and Minnesota's struggling for offense and for shots, then I'm giving it up to the old man. I can't call him King James. I just call him James. And Mama call him James, so I call him James. So I give it to LeBron and Luka. If Luka could find some magic, but if we asking LeBron to turn back the hands of time, Minnesota, because I can see what happened last game. JJ Redick kind of outsmarted himself. He decided to say, you know what, I'm going to play my veterans. I'm going to play LeBron. I'm going to play Luka the whole second half. And you see when it came to the end of the game, they were gassed.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about it, but you can see how gassed they were because 53 seconds left, you're down by a point, and LeBron just thought he was Steph, and he decided to pull a 3.
Yeah. Could you pull that up, that heat check that he tried?
Side leans in. Tied up, Randall played him well. Back to Finney-Smith. Into the hands of James. Fires up a 3. Side of the back.
Like there's a saying that especially for LeBron, I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm good once as I'll ever be. And I think the old man, he has one more good game in him.
Yes.
If this is going to be like his march off into the sunset, I think LeBron's going to be able to force a Game 6.
Yeah. But like I said, they just have to come out with determination because it goes back to just my old thing what I say about LeBron. Like, it's not that he's not great. It just wants to come down to those moments where you really want to just tip your hat to him and you want to just give him that crown, as he say.
Yeah.
He shows you that there's a reason why MJ and Kobe will always be that those two players that I say if the game is on the line, I need them.
Yeah.
Like if I want to get to the finals, I pick LeBron all day. Like he'll get me there. But if I want to win, I'm picking Kobe. It's one of those things when it comes to LeBron. If he make the right play and then they make the shot, then it's LeBron made a great pass. But if he misses, zero blame because he's not the one that took the shot.
Yeah.
So I know you got the Lakers. I'm riding high with still Minnesota. I don't want to, change my prediction.
Okay.
Like I said, it depends on how the game go.
Yeah.
But the Warrior series,
Could you grab
I don't
that?
like Dylan Brooks, so we're never having fun. I'm a fierce competitor. He's a fierce competitor.
yeah. So the Warrior series.
I mean,
so
so I just really quick.
I don't like Dylan Brooks, so
You know, we got a chef. We have a butler. Somebody got to clean it up.
yeah. Yeah.
Jimmy's about to finish this up. Gentleman's sweep tonight.
Oh yes, for sure. And then I don't even want the Rockets at my cookout, so I'm not even going to invite them at the cookout at the end of this because Dylan Brooks is like that drunk uncle.
I don't like Dylan Brooks, so
They like the family member that you always got to watch because you know they about to steal something.
Or they always fighting. Like, why y'all fighting again?
Yeah.
Why y'all fighting?
Can't go nowhere nice with them. You can't show them nice things. Like Dylan Brooks, he has that real negative light skin energy.
I don't like Dylan Brooks, so
Oh yeah.
And
yeah. So it's like dang y'all, can't nobody take y'all nowhere. Y'all always fighting.
Right.
Dang. Like dang. So we just go shed some light on this this Rocket series. So in game fives, I love my stats. So in game fives, Steve Kerr is 14-4. So he's 77% in game fives. So overall, Golden State is 30-23 in game fives. That's in that 10-8 is on the road. And out of those 30 games, Steve Kerr has won 14 of those. When it's facing elimination or winning, Steve Kerr and the Warriors are 4-0. We all know when Steph Curry doesn't have the greatest game, not saying that he played poorly, he always follows it up with a monster game.
yeah.
So we're looking for Chef to get the cooking tonight. And Jimmy Butler is a different animal in game fives as well. I know a lot of people talking about Jalen Green and his struggles, but let's talk about the Rockets in general because it's not just Jalen Green. It's by committee that they have bad games.
Yeah.
It's never a game where both teammates or three teammates are just hot. It's always one of them is hot, the rest of them are either warm or cold.
Yeah.
So Şengün, first game he had 25, Fred had 10, Jalen Green had 30, the 7 points, and then Dylan the villain had 11 points. Second game, Şengün dropped to 17 points. Jalen Green had his 38, and then Fred had 7. Dylan Brooks had 13. Fourth game, Şengün had 15. Fred had 17. Jalen Green had 9. And then Dylan Brooks has 16. So you see none of them are always hot at the same time.
But they have a balanced attack, but at the same time that offense is just not enough. They don't have enough firepower at the end of the day.
Yeah. So like they do enough just to compete and stay in games. But when you're playing against a high power offense, you don't have enough to win those games.
Right.
And like last game, Şengün 31, Fred had 25. So that's a step up. But then Green followed it up with 8 points, and Dylan Brooks followed it up with just 11 points.
Yeah.
So a lot of people want to talk about Green, but let's look at the whole team because the whole team never plays well together as a unit. It's either one or two, and that's it. It's a drop off.
Yeah.
Let's talk about all these antics that Dylan Brooks is doing. So he's averaging almost 5 fouls a game. So for him being this great defensive guy and this defensive stopper, you're getting 5 fouls a game. You're not even on the floor to even help your team.
Right.
And then all these little antics you doing, you call yourself a stopper. The Warriors, just the Warriors, when they facing Dylan Brooks, they're shooting 51%. And even on the perimeter, it gets even better. They're shooting 57% on the perimeter against Dylan Brooks. And as much as people want to talk about, oh, Steph isn't on the floor to finish games and he's a defensive liability, the Rockets are shooting 36% when been held or guarded by Stephen Curry. And it gets even worse when Steph Curry is guarding him on the three-point line. It goes down to 29%. Right? So all this extra stuff you guys are doing, the Rockets is like
Just ineffective.
Like just why?
Yeah.
So our predictions are the Warriors. I have Minnesota, and you think LeBron is going to be great tonight.
Yeah.
And get them to a game 6.
Yeah, I think the old man comes back around. Like I'm quoting a lot of country right now, but yeah, I think he's going to put on the black cap and he's gonna get this done tonight.
Okay. The headband.
Mhm.
You might see some waves because right now he got that one wave right there in the dip, and the rest of them is gone.
But yeah, I got Golden State and I got the Lakers tonight.
Okay, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave comments what you think about tonight's game. Again, sponsors.
Right. Sponsors, because look, like we got these nice little shiny laptops. We could put Monster right there.
Put Red Bull right there.
Exactly. Prize Picks, DraftKings.
Hey,
We've been pretty good this playoff series. So either one of y'all, come hit us up.
and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. The 50th subscriber will host with us on our show. It's been real. 414 podcast.
Like, get me on record for this. I don't like Dylan Brooks, so we're never having fun.
Hit the button. Like, subscribe.
Ain't got time if you ain't talking money, give a